What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And apologies, I started my stream today slightly later because I was very busy at work. But we got this. Let us go through today's biggest headline. And it seems like one of the biggest headlines today is Google selects Coinbase to take cloud payments with cryptocurrency and will use its custody tool, which is a big thing actually. So basically, this news was spoken by CNBC. Google will start allowing a subset of customers to pay for cloud services with digital currency early next year. And in addition, Google said it will explore using Coinbase Prime, a service for storing and trading cryptocurrency. Coinbase will move some of its application to Google's cloud from Amazon Web Services. Okay. So it seems that in the past, Coinbase has been using Amazon Web Services, but now they're moving to Google Cloud. So basically, it really tells you that a lot of these crypto exchanges actually do use centralized, services, right? Centralized infrastructures. So, anyways, I do believe that this is kind of like a partnership between Google Cloud with Coinbase rather than just the whole of Google, because it is about adding cloud service with digital currency and also the Google Cloud technical migration from Amazon Web Service. Okay. So, this was just announced today, and basically the deal was announced at Google's Cloud Next conference. So this is definitely a Google Cloud thing, okay? So if you continue looking at this, it basically says that Coinbase generates retail for revenue from retail transaction, and then the Google Cloud Platform infrastructure service will initially accept cryptocurrency payment from a handful of customers in the Web3 world who wants to pay with cryptocurrency. And this will be done by the integration with Coinbase commerce service, right? So to be honest, I think a lot of people will be like, oh, this is so exciting. This is new. This is mass adoption, blah, 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 blah. Okay, big tech companies are now looking at cryptocurrency. And I don't think this is new at all. I don't think this is anything out of the ordinary, because look at this, right? In September 1st, which is a month ago, I posted this image, okay? And then this image basically says that actually Google Cloud is actually very involved in Web3 space, right? Look at this. Web3 partnership. Google Cloud is a member of Hedera Governing Council and validator for Arbitrum, right? So it seems that they have been running a lot of network node related to, so Arbitrum, for those of you who do not know, is actually Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution. It is a, scale, it is a different type of scale, a CK, I think it's a roll-up scaling solution, like zero knowledge roll-up scaling solution. So basically it's kind of like another Polygon, think of it that way. So it seems that they're already a validator, right? And also they have a dedicated Web3 team to support the customers, okay? And Capital G, which I think is Capital Google, has invested in Digital Currency Group and Fireblock. Google Ventures have invested in multiple Web3 startups, including NFT companies and Layer 1. For those of you who do not know, I think Yuga Labs was actually, being invested by Google as well. And Google Pay, partnership exchange with payment providers like Crypto.com, Gemini, Coinbase, and Bakkt. And YouTube, the platform that you're watching this video, is integrating NFTs into the platform to allow creators to build a deeper relationship with the fans. So this is actually, Google has been building the infrastructure behind the scene in the Web3 space. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know this information, right? So this won't be new to you. And this is what I think, right? Big companies are always eyeing this space, and you might not know it, right? Under the decentralized facade, many infrastructures are indeed centralized by several major companies. Not everyone has the technological capacity to run their own nodes or infrastructure. And this was a debate that actually Nansen discussed a while back. So a while back, before the Ethereum merge, Nansen came up with a research report saying that, for people like us, right, when we want to stake out Ethereum, we do not really know how to buy our own node. We do not know how to run our validator node, right? And not all of us have the minimum required Ethereum to run our own validators. And what you do is that you put it in Lido protocol, right? You stick it on a DeFi or decentralized protocol, and then they will help you do the validation and they give you a certain yield. But a lot of these protocols, what they'll do is that they collect a lot of Ethereum, but then because running these infrastructures is not cheap at all, some of these protocols are gonna be running the infrastructure on Amazon Web, they're gonna be running these validator nodes maybe on Google Cloud. So actually in the end, when we talk about decentralization, it is kind of like a facade, right? it is kind of like on surface, yeah, everything decentralized, but in fact, when you really go into the infrastructure layer, a lot of these infrastructures are actually run by centralized operator, and these are the Web2 companies that so far a lot of these slogans of Web3 is trying to get rid of. Interesting thing, right? So anyways, traditional news, guys. Definitely very bad market. The UK came up with the unemployment numbers, which was kind of positive, I believe, but then the bond markets are dramatic and confusing and stuff like that. So Bank of England intervenes in bond market again, warns of material risk to UK financial stability. For those of you who've been watching the news, actually Cathy Woods yesterday sent a letter to the SEC asking them to, not the SEC, she sent a letter to the Feds asking them to stop increasing interest rate, right? Because I think it is definitely affecting her art portfolio. So if we look at the calendar today, nothing really much important. The CFTC chairman is actually speaking in an hour, but tomorrow will be a big day with the core PPI and also FOMC meeting minutes. And if you look at the crypto market, it kind of jumped a bit, right? Now Bitcoin is at 19,000. Before it was at 18,900 something. Ethereum at 1,284, decreased by 1.9% total crypto market cap. And this thing, I would believe that it is the market front running, right? Because of the announcement tomorrow. And usually when the market basically front runs, I have a bad feeling that the inflation numbers is not going to be positive. I have a bad feeling that we're going to have a chance to dump even further because we have broken some sort of support zone already. And the market is so quick to front run, okay? This dump was actually, dumped it by, I think, the US pre-market, right? So definitely not good. If you look at this, Europe market is down, Asian market is down, the US market, S&P 500 near 2 years low, as Treasury 10 prime up to key 4% level, Nasdaq is down as well. Okay, so definitely not good looking, and given the market front running, and given how much money is moving to the stable coins right now, I do believe that big players and rails, look at this, Nansen. In the last 1 day, the most traded cryptocurrency is actually the USDC. So people are moving to stablecoins and also with Bitcoin because of the volatility that everyone expects that will happen. And if this really happens, I do believe that they think that the market is going to tank tomorrow. Okay. So not financial advice though. Bitcoin dominance kind of sideways, slightly uptick I believe, because people wanted to go into safer assets in terms of crypto, so moving out of altcoins. So if you look at Decrypt news today, let's see, BNY Mellon launches Bitcoin Ethereum custody service for investment firm. Okay, Google Cloud, this is one we covered already. Enormous multi-sig transaction briefly crashes Bitcoin Lightning Network, so it seems like there is still some more development that has to be done in order for this to really become a medium of exchange. Okay, Coinbase speed up Binance land regulatory approval in Singapore. Okay, this one I'm gonna talk about it in the NFT session. So basically, Sam Bankman-Fried said that for FTX, they are gonna be rolling out some new updates, lower latency and stuff like that. And this is gonna happen in November. At that point, FTX version 2 will be live, right? So if you're using FTX, expect some new updates for the infrastructure and also the exchange. So that is the news that he announced it. Another news: G20 central banker warns stablecoins unstable, recommend action about crypto assets. So we all know that big countries are thinking that stablecoins are not stable at all, right? Because they're always using the Luna as an example, or UST as an example, and trying to push the agenda to CBDCs. Okay. So yeah, this is basically another way of pushing that agenda, right? Financial Stability Board, a collection of central bankers and financial regulators across G20 countries warn that stablecoins aren't stable, and they have been giving out recommendations of regulating the digital currency, right? And more aggressive in regulating digital currency, which is cryptocurrency. Next news, recently, for those of you who have been in the Ethereum chain, you might notice that the Ethereum gas fee has been quite high. The reason for that is there's a new cryptocurrency that people can claim called Xen Crypto. And also it is now using the gas fees and making Ethereum now kind of deflationary, okay? So as a time of this recording, let us check Ultrasound Money and see if this is still deflationary, okay? So a while back, after the merge, people say Ethereum is not deflationary, but because not a lot of people are using the blockchain, right? But now, because of this minting of this new token, it seems like the issuance has been going down. Okay, So yeah, so kind of making it deflationary, but still since the merge plus, okay. But then you look at the burn, there is more burn. Issuance is not yet negative, okay. If it's negative, then it's just deflationary. But you can see the gas fees have been pumping a bit in the past week, okay. So next NFT news, okay. Let us go through this one first. ENS introduced wrapper to allow subdomains of .eth names, okay. So there will be new subdomain, new feature for ENS. Decentralized active user at all-time low. There was a discussion about decentralized users, but now it is at an all-time low. Well, the metaverse craze did kind of die down a bit, right? Because there's no new updates and stuff like that. Hot Topic is blazing its way through the metaverse with an official digital fashion collection launch on Roblox, okay? So look at this. Another fashion related brand is actually entering into the metaverse, okay? So this is the experience Hot Topic Roblox, okay? So the metaverse isn't just really how do I say this, Web3 metaverses, but also games themselves also could be the metaverse, okay? Just FYI. So I saw this news yesterday. So yesterday was actually World Mental Health Day, and I think this is very bullish, and it also related to Google. So basically, Made by Google posted a tweet from posted some art from Burnt Toast. So Burnt Toast is actually a creative doodle, right? So he's saying that okay, this art, this style of art is very nice, and also what mental health is for the artist who's behind doodle, and also Google is saying that follow Burnt Toast to check out more illustration. And I do think that this is actually very bullish in the sense that not only is Google Cloud, or maybe Google Cloud is one business unit, right? But Made by Google is another business unit, and this business unit is aware of NFTs and is aware of doodles, right? And blue chip NFTs. So therefore, they decide to make this post, and this post will have to be approved by management. So it basically means that they have an open attitude towards NFTs and also Web3 decentralized brands, and very likely, maybe we'll see some big moves, okay? So LFG News, CNN ended its Web3 project developed by CNN, announcing that they will no longer be developing this, and therefore, I think there was a media that called them a rug pull. So let me see. Oh, by the way, today is my Twitter's first anniversary, so feel free to wish me happy anniversary, right? So as I always say, NFT project's core value is the team's value followed by the perceived brand value. So if a team is genuinely building in the bear market and needs some time, please don't go all mob mentality on the floor price, because you're not helping, right? So what happened is that CNN decided to stop the project, and some people call The Verge is actually using this as the headline, right? CNN accused of rug pull as it abandons its NFT project, right? So all NFT projects is actually the value of these NFT projects is really the team that's building the IP rather than a standalone image thing, or maybe the brand value that's being created by the decentralized IP and also its community members, right? So going back to other NFT news, Hugo X Imaginary One auction is now open. Okay, so the first number NFT is being bid right now. Dapper Labs, startup behind NBA Top Shot, has imposed a near complete ban on Russian users on new EU sanctions, right? So maybe NFTs isn't really that censorship avoidant, right? So Hidden City, created by Simpson director Artis, announced that they'll be launching with Magic Eden. Okay. OpenSea 8.4 million in volume, lowest in 15 months. Decentraland Metaverse Fashion music festival is RSVP is now open, so hopefully that could help change the traffic right during the events, right? So that's it, guys. That's the news for today. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC. If you like the content, remember to like and subscribe and share, and trade safe. Tomorrow is definitely a volatile day and not financial advice. I do believe that the market is fun running. Not sure, but if the numbers does come in harder than expected, if inflation is not controlled, I could see that we could tank quite a bit. So that's it, guys. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing out.